you're a business owner with ADHD and you deal with rejection sensitivity, this video's for you. I'm a late diagnosed ADHDer, and when I got diagnosed, I went into this path of learning about the ADHD traits that were impacting me before I even knew I had ADHD, right? And one of the things that was a big friction for me was starting a business, because of course what a business is providing a service for people who need a problem solved, and that therefore comes with sales, it comes with having conversations with people, and it comes with a lot of rejection, right? If you want to call it rejection, because there's a lot of people saying no to you, right? As you're on the pursuit of growing your business. Now, what I've been able to do now is set really clear boundaries and have a really great reframe for how I deal with my business now, which means that rejection sensitivity doesn't really, I won't say that it doesn't exist, but it's definitely something that I'm much more aware of now, and I'm able to easily navigate it, right? And I can catch it sooner. The key thing is I'm always catching it sooner, right? So I'm noticing. So one of the things I'll say is that rejection sensitivity, RSD, is not a confidence thing, right? This isn't about you need to be more confident, or like, you know, when people say to you that, oh, why don't you just stop taking it personally, or they'll say like, why do you just like let it go, you know, like they'll just say things like that, right? And you're just like, but I have ADHD, and the way that it works for me is that my nervous system, what it's done is it's felt attacked because of the context that I've given it, is that we're in danger, right? Because, and this is the key here, the reason why that's happened is because when it comes to rejection socially and rejection through business, the brain can't tell the difference. So if you get rejected, you get rejected, right? It doesn't matter the context, right? And in business, there is no real rejection, really. It's only a rejection for you if it's you being put in the spotlight of it's about you. You have to stop having it be about you. It's not about you, right? When I have a phone call with someone, and when someone's on a call with me trying to understand if I'm a fit for working with them, right? Or even me, vice versa. Really, what this really comes down to is diagnosing if someone can be helped by you, right? So I act like a doctor. Basically, my role, and the key thing about dealing with this RSD as a business owner, is that you have to take on the role as a doctor. And how a doctor works is that when you come into the practice and when you go for that appointment and you sit down, just like when someone has a phone call with you and they just want to learn more about what it'd be like to work with you, all that's happening is that you're asking questions to diagnose what situation that they're currently in and where do they want to be, and you're just looking at everything that they're saying, if it matches with what you can do to help them, or if you've gone through that experience yourself and can prove like, yeah, I've gone through that, and yeah, I've seen a way out of that. And also, if you have clients, you can also see that, yeah, I have a similar client to this, and yeah, I got Jenny a result, right? So if you look at it from that angle, whenever someone says, oh, I'll think about it, or I'm not interested, or anything like that, you're not going to feel this rejection sensitivity. What you're going to feel is that this person's just not a fit for what I have to offer right now. It's like, I'll give you another example, and I don't want to go like an example where you feel like I'm trying to, like, oh, but that's Gucci, right? But when you go into a store like Gucci, right, someone can go in there, and if they don't have the money for the items inside of there, Gucci don't go, oh, don't worry, like, you're broke, yeah, don't worry, man, we just put the price down on the bags. Like, you can't afford the bag. And furthermore, people who know very clearly how much it costs for a Gucci bag or any product of Gucci, who don't fit that price bracket, do not even go in there, right? They'll just be outside looking and window shopping, right? They don't even, it's not even on their radar, right, of something that they'll go to, a store that they'll go to buy clothes, right? They'll be elsewhere. They'll be somewhere cheaper, right? But there'll be someone that's out there who values the price of the products for Gucci is the very same thing for the service that you provide as well, is that you've set, this is what it costs for my time to help someone to solve a problem in their life, and I'm going to give them a slot in my time to be able to help them, right? And the fact that you are audacious enough to be someone who wants to help others is just a great trait in itself anyway, right? The only problem is that for some of us, if we're in the beginning stage of our business, we obviously get attached to the result because that's how we're making an income, right? For example, I left my 9 to 5 to do coaching full time. In the beginning stages of my journey, once I left my 9 to 5, of course, there was a bit of residue of, yeah, man, I need to get this person in, or I can't pay the mortgage, right? So some of that was running the show a little bit in the beginning, right? But that's normal. I mean, my brain was just obviously reacting from survival mode. It's like, normally, how you're able to pay the mortgage is you work in your 9 to 5 corporate job and they pay you at the end of your month and you're guaranteed to pay your mortgage, right? Whereas I was going into a model where I didn't know when that was going to happen again, right? I was relying on, I speak to someone qualifies, I tell them my price, they say yes, they jump into my program, right? But now that's out of the window, where that doesn't even matter for me anymore because of how much I'm making now. It doesn't even matter. Like, this doesn't even make a difference. The light's gone out. So let me see if I can, keep the light on. So all I'm trying to say here is that if you have this context of it's about me paying the rent, it's about, like that person's feedback is about me specifically, me personally. No, it's not about you personally. It's about the framework. That framework might not be suitable for that person. They might not be ready for that framework yet. That unique mechanism that you have, they might not be ready for it yet. That price point that you have, they might not be ready for that yet. But there is someone out there who is ready for that, right? And there's people that have made investments before, the same as your program, and they've gone into that program and they've said, okay, that was a good use of my money, or no, that wasn't valuable for my money. And then you're sharing your idea of how you can help them with this new problem that they have, and they are comparing it to the last thing. And a lot of those people are the people that are ready for your program because they've already been investing in themselves, and they can see when there's value in something, and they can see, yeah, if I put in my obviously my trust in this person, and I like this person, they're obviously going to get me to this outcome. So never feel, especially as a business owner, never feel like you are the one that's inadequate. You personally, you're putting too much emphasis on you. This is not about you. This is all about their perspective and where they're at on their journey. And their perspective might not be where yours is at right now, and that's okay. That's absolutely fine. And that's just not for business. Well, we obviously talk about business in this video, but this goes for everything in life, right? This goes for friendships, this goes for partnerships, this goes for anything, right? You need to value, and it's this whole instant gratification that happens for people where they feel like, for example, if a video doesn't get a certain amount of views or likes, and then that is them underperforming, or they are not good enough. I'm making over 10k a month and my videos are getting 60 views, man. Like someone came in the program and it got five views on that video, and she came into my program and that was the video that she watched, right? The thing is, as a business owner, we see, and I'm only transitioning into this part now because this is a part of us that feels scared the most, is with content creation, right? Content creation feels like a scary thing because if your video underperforms in the way that you see as underperforming, when it's not underperforming at all, it's done the performance that it's done based on how niche specific that video is and how searchable that video is. So if you talk about something pretty broad where lots of people are going to relate to that thing, it's obviously going to reach more people. If you just randomly just go on a tangent about a random thing for a specific type of person, like this is specifically for anyone that has ADHD and is a business owner, it's very niche. Not very much people are going to see this video unless they type in ADHD business owner tips, I don't know, or something like that, right? So this is only people who are maybe familiar with me and they've come to my YouTube page and, oh, happy to see a video here. Oh, and this video applies to me. Okay, let me watch it, right? But no one is typing in the keywords that are going to find this video yet, right? It's too early for me to do that. So I'm saying that to say this, right? Rejection as a business owner is only rejection if you put too much emphasis on you. That's the last thing I'm going to say. And if you have this big challenge with this and you feel like imposter syndrome is running the show for you, not even just RSD, but imposter syndrome as well, I invite you to book a call. I've got a link in the description. Look, no pressure. Obviously, we could just jump on a call and just see if I can help you in any way, right? This is something that I've dealt with. This is something that I've, if you want to call it, conquered. Like, I'm really comfortable around this now, this topic. I really feel like I could talk about it, and I'm really clear that I've had a transformation in this area. And if you would like to hear more about how I might be able to help you as an ADHD business owner to navigate that part of your journey, obviously there's a link in the description. Anyway, take care, please.